Hello, my name is Shalini Kumari. I have just submitted my PhD thesis in botany and I qualified CSIR NET JRF in 2017 with All India rank 85, and I used to teach as a guest faculty in Ranchi University in biotech department for UG PG students. Here I am going to teach you a subject of cell biology and the topic is cell. So, cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. It is the present in all living organisms in simple in the unicellular form or in the multicellular form. In prokaryotes, that is the smallest living organism, it is in the unicellular form, and in plants, animal, it is in the multicellular form. So, today we are going to study about bacterial cell. Bacterial cell. So, in bacterial cell, every cell have a unique feature of having cytoplasm, jelly-like structure, and the cell membrane and the genetic material. The outer layer of the bacterial cell, outer layer is called as the glycocalyx. Glycocalyx. If this is made up of mucopolysaccharides, it gives the structural rigidity to the membrane. If this layer is thick, if it is thick, then we call it as a capsule, and if this layer is thin, then we call it as slime layer. The middle layer is the cell wall. Cell wall gives the structural support to the cell, and this cell wall in bacterial cell is made up of peptidoglycan, which is a monomer of NAM and NAG. Cell wall is present in this bacterial cell, in some fungal cell, but it is absent in the animal cell, eukaryotic cell. Okay. Now the inner layer is the cell membrane, called as the plasma membrane. Is the made up of phospholipids. It's a semi-permeable membrane, and together this three layer is called as the cell envelope. Is the cell envelope. In bacterial cell, for their movement, there is a tubular projection, which we called as flagella, which help in the movement of bacterial cell. There is also another extension which we called as the pili, which help in conjugation, bacterial conjugation. In the inner cell, in the inner layer, there is a projection, inward folding of the membrane, plasma membrane. Inward folding of the plasma membrane is the mesosomes. What this mesosome do? What's the function of this mesosome? This mesosome helps in respiration. It's help in respiration. It also helps in DNA replication. And it helps in distribution of genetic material to the daughter cells. Just like mitochondria in the eukaryotic cell, here it is mesosomes in the bacterial cell. Next, there is a nucleoid is present. Nucleoid is embedded in the single chromosomes, and in nucleoid there is a genetic material which is a DNA, double stranded DNA, circular DNA. In eukaryotes, it is linear DNA. This is the nucleoid. What's the difference between nucleus and nucleoid? What is the difference between nucleus and nucleoid? In prokaryotes, there is nucleoid, and eukaryotes, there is nucleus. So this nucleoid is nothing but a membrane-less nucleus. Membrane-less nucleus. From this DNA, with the help of transcription, mRNA generates. This mRNA carries ribosomes, which is a site of protein synthesis. Protein will form from here, protein. So, in prokaryotic cell, that is in bacterial cell, single mRNA contains many ribosomes. It is called as the polyribosomes. But in eukaryotic cells, only one mRNA carries one ribosomes. Now we going to this is the genomic DNA. This is the genomic DNA. Apart from the genomic DNA, there is another DNA which is called as the extracircular DNA, which we call as the plasmid. So special features of bacterial cell. Plasmid. What's the role of this plasmid? This plasmid also is a double-stranded DNA. Okay. This plasmid, there are many types of plasmids like T plasmid, which you read in Agrobacterium, tumor-inducing plasmid. There is R plasmid, which help in antibiotic resistance. There is a Col plasmid, which help in colchicine production. Which help to kill the bacteria. And there is also a degradative plasmid. Degradative plasmid. This helps in bioremediations. So that's removing of the oil spills in the oceans. Yeah, another feature of bacterial cell is the inclusion bodies. Inclusion bodies. What's the role of this inclusion bodies? These inclusion body function as the storage material for the bacterial cell. They help to store the food for the unfavorable conditions. For some examples are the phosphate granules, which help in storage of phosphate, glycogen granules, gas vacuoles. So this is the bacterial cell, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video.